Went down to the river, washed my sins away. Pray, 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 and pray for another day. I went down to that river, washed my sins for free. The devil's on the other bank, staring back at me. I'm a dead man walking. I'm a dead man walking. I'm a dead man. Another nail in my coffin, another nail for me. I gotta look pretty when I go down. Another nail in my coffin, can't you spare one more? I gotta look pretty when I'm knocking down heaven's door. I'm a dead man walking. I'm a dead man walking. I'm a dead man. I'm a dead man walking. I'm a dead man walking. I'm a dead man.
Warning! The following Squadcast may be deemed inappropriate for younger audiences and or viewers who are easily offended. If you are one of the above, do what you want because we don't give a fuck. Enjoy the episode.
I'm not sure what squad logo I'm using, but is there...
We're definitely
Huh?
live right now.
Oh, okay.
Welcome back to another episode of the Squadcast. We're gonna go in order like we always do. We got a couple of new here that one of them's actually been. Got one that has not been. Go through the names. I'm the Delta BB.
Polly.
Tall ass leprechaun.
It'd be Tater next. I'm Decoy NDA.
I'm the Shadows Gaming.
I'm that rando auxiliary.
All right, so we're gonna get this shindig going. So those of you that have never been here before, all of us will come up with a topic. Discuss. We've got 7 people here tonight. This is gonna be a good one. Probably gonna take us a minute. Probably gonna be an hour and a half. It's gonna be awesome. Fun. I enjoy doing it. Anytime we get all of us together, it's fucking good. Polly, you got anything tonight? Like before?
No, not right now. No.
All right, just making sure.
Well, you kind of caught me off guard doing it, so I wasn't sure.
Well, I know how you are. Let me start with you first. So.
Yeah, no, I'm last.
It's
I'm
right. You're gonna be last.
Yeah, I'm looking. I'm still looking some stuff up.
Yeah, I bet you are.
No, all you have to do is go to YouTube and just click on random, and you can find something.
No.
True.
A big deal, South Coast State. We'll forgive you this go around. All right. So, who would love to go first? Who has a topic, something they're just itching to talk about?
Nobody.
Oh,
That's
if nobody wants
That
to go,
would
I
be
guess
nobody.
I'll go first. I mean,
Go ahead, Decoy.
so as you're probably all aware, a couple months ago they started the demolition of the Tropicana Hotel, which was one of the last mob-owned hotels in Las Vegas. Well, I was 2 weeks ago they closed down the Mirage Hotel, and everybody's been upset because they're going to be tearing up the volcano. Well, yeah, I'm a little upset. I mean, I was there in 2011. No, wait, 2014. That was my last time to Vegas, and I did get to see the volcano, and I got to see the pirate show at Treasure Island and all the other stuff. But they're going to implode the Tropicana Hotel. I mean, if you haven't seen videos out there, there's a lot out on YouTube of how they just literally just stripped that building all the way down to the bare. I mean, you can literally see all the way through both towers. Well, the Mirage is not going to do that, and I'm kind of glad because the Mirage is the first mega hotel resort that was actually built in Las Vegas by Steve Wynn. That's what kicked off what you see on the strip today. Everything just used to be, it's a hotel. So with the Mirage closing and the volcano going away, and they're going to put that huge car for the Hard Rock out in the front. What are y'all's thoughts on how Vegas is changing? Do you think it's going to be changing for the better? Or do you think that the quality of Vegas is going to be going down?
Gangsters
With losing.
gone.
Yeah, gangsters and Howard Hughes have been gone for
The
a long
gangsters
time.
Gone. Like there's no more signs of them like at all. Like you're taking all the old casinos and stuff, you know, like that you've seen in the movie Casino and stuff. All that stuff's changed. Vegas has had a complete facelift, and I feel like it's almost become like a spring break destination at this point. Like it's not even really like. I guess you say there's not really a thrill in it as much anymore. I really have no desire to go, honestly. I mean, maybe for the experience, say I did it one time just because would be the only thing, but I feel like it would just be a one-time experience. I definitely think the changes are for the worst.
Yeah, I mean, I definitely agree with like going for the experience because I've never been, but that is a place I would like to go just to say I went. Because you see like a lot of videos and people that are streamers and stuff like that are trying to get content filmed. They do a lot of like pranks and stuff out there just because they usually stay packed full of people. And videos like that, you know, you have to have the majority of people just like crowds and something like that. I think that would be pretty cool. Like there's a lot of stuff out there, I guess, to do like on the maybe the strip or so. Um, so I mean, as a first experience, yeah, I definitely would go. But is it changing for the better or the worse? Hard to say. I mean, I've never been, so I can't really base it off anything, but I would hope to say it would be for the better.
Holly, what's your opinion on it?
I honestly didn't know what he was talking about. I know what he was talking about, but I hadn't heard I hadn't heard about it or anything.
So you're like me, I haven't heard about it either.
I hadn't really until he said something. I would have never known.
Okay, but his
Been there, done that.
His question pretty
Not
much.
fantastic.
I mean, his question pretty much was like, how do you feel it's changing for the better or the worse?
I mean,
What's changing?
I don't
That's
know.
what he's thinking in his head. What's
All right.
And it's about what is it that they're tearing down?
Tropicana?
Well, the Tropicana Hotel, and they closed the Mirage, which was the first mega resort in Las Vegas.
Gotta get some.
It's not that. I just didn't know about it.
It is kind of that.
Well, whatever.
We have the whole roast Polly section in our FiveM community. Everybody in this chat, I think, is roasted you at some point?
I've done it in VCs.
If not,
yeah.
if you haven't ever got to roast Polly, feel free to do so now. Tater and Shannon. Brando.
I'm gonna be honest, I don't even need to roast him.
Oh no, I definitely feel like Shannon has been in there before. Rando, whatever, fucking whatever. I feel like he's been there before. Like I feel like he's been in that chat before already, so he's good.
Oh, he probably has. He probably used an alias at 1 or 2 times too.
Let's find out.
All of his alt accounts in there.
Yeah,
Oh.
for sure.
Yeah, all of
Wow.
them are administrators. Yeah, all of them are administrators.
Yeah, that's the best part is that's a
funny.
public chat. Like it's not even just administration that can see it. It's a
That's
public
funny.
chat.
That's
we
even,
make it
that's
to
even better.
we make it to where all of our members can roast Polly.
Let's go. Leave it up. I
You
can't
asked
even
me to
delete it
take
for
it
that
down.
reason now.
You asked me to take it down. That's gonna be
No,
what
I'm
we
not-
get
I
famous for.
couldn't.
The
I
roasting
couldn't.
Polly section.
Now back to what we were just saying before. Now, obviously, I've never been to America because obviously I'm all the way down under, and I don't give a shit about anything that's happening in America.
Oh man.
Smart man, right there. Now.
Now, with that, I'd say it's probably for the worst.
Tell me you've seen the movie
Uh,
Casino.
I barely even watch any movies, to be honest. I'll be honest right here, right now. I
Or
barely
Con
watch
Air.
any movies.
Yeah,
Ocean's
Con Air.
11.
Yeah,
I've seen
Yeah.
Con Air.
Ocean's
Is
11
it
was a
the-
good one.
Okay, so it's the one in Las Vegas, or
That's what we're talking about.
Yes.
Las Vegas.
yeah. Well, then
Well,
it's
how,
probably,
He doesn't-
well,
how
then
many
it's-
Las Vegases are there, Polly?
well, I didn't know. I didn't know if there was more than one of those or something.
I now have
He's
a
probably
reason
roasting
to get.
himself.
I now have a reason to
Anyway,
get in the roast Polly
definitely-
thing
it's
and
definitely-
and jump on.
It's
for
definitely
it.
for the worst then, because it's a casino in Las Vegas. Are you shitting me? That's an L for sure,
For you, yes.
in my opinion. Yeah, based on what I know about it, it's an L for them.
It sounds like you don't know much.
Oh.
Tater, what's
I
your
don't,
opinion
which
on
is
it?
true.
So
This motherfucker post.
I mean,
Nothing.
I kind of have a mixed opinion. I've only been through that area once, and it was to get off a plane onto a bus to go to the National Training Center at Fort Irwin. But I feel like in one way it could be for the better, because you can build something bigger, something better, something newer in that area. But I also feel like it could be for the worst because you're tearing down something that was a first, something that I guess you could say started everything in Vegas. So I feel like that could be a double-edged sword. It could be for the better, but then again, it could be for the worst. It just all depends.
True. That's true. I agree.
Yeah.
And I mean, for the people that's never been to Vegas, or
I've never been.
or for that matter, Rando never been to the States. I mean, it's one of those things to where you either have to have been there or live there to
No,
no.
like no.
to know whether it's for the best or for the worst.
Right.
So
If you haven't been there, you don't really know.
and yeah, and like I said, I can't really tell you whether it's for the better or for the worse, because like I said, I've been through the airport there, and I went from the plane to a bus. So
I bet that's not a fun bus ride either, out in the middle of the desert.
We actually
we were going to the National Training Center at Fort Irwin, and we landed in Nevada. Our plane landed in Nevada, and we got bused from the airport to Fort Irwin
which is in Barstow, California. And I don't know if anybody's ever been to Barstow, but they have two things. They have a gas station and a Del Taco,
Yep.
which Del Taco is amazing and has probably the world's biggest burrito.
Yep. I can agree to that. So I have been there 2 summers ago. 3? Fuck, think it's 3. 3 summers ago. I had to have been. God, it's so fucking hot there.
It was 110 in the sun.
We were there, like I said, we were there 3 summers ago, and it was like we were setting records for like how hot it was. Like they don't even normally have a rotation that goes during that time. So it was like 125 degrees outside every day.
So it was 110 in the sun. When you stepped out onto the flight line at Fort Irwin, it was between 120 and 125 degrees on the flight line.
Yeah, it was hot as fuck.
When you got next to one of those dark green aircraft, it was 130 to 140 degrees. You had to wear gloves to touch the aircraft. If you didn't have gloves when you touched the aircraft, it would put third-degree burns on the palm of your hand.
It will fucking burn the fuck out of you. It is hot as nutsack there. It's bad. It's rough.
And a good thing I went during my winter.
I was there for a month. So.
Good thing I went during my winter. So.
Good thing I've never been there.
Don't go there because what happens in Vegas stays in Vegas.
Uh-huh.
Unless you want to go to Florida, then.
But we flew.
That's a whole new story.
We actually flew straight from Will Rogers to, what was it, like Bay something? I want to say California. We flew straight shot, and then they bust us from there up to the place.
Well, Steve Polly, you had it great. I flew in on a C-130 and jump seats.
Oh, fuck that.
It was not fun.
I gotta love the.
Doesn't sound fun.
Have you ever been in a C-130 or a C-5 Galaxy when it does a combat landing?
No.
Yeah, straight down. That's all I gotta say, brother. Straight down.
Fuck.
Straight down and hard.
You're fucking crazy.
Straight down, and it's a
for that.
sudden stop, practically.
They go straight down until they get about 1,000 foot above the runway. When they get about 1,000 foot above the runway, they pull the stick straight back, pitch the nose of the aircraft up, and the back wheels touch the runway, and they set it down.
That's wild.
From the time you go nose down to the time you get wheels on runway is anywhere between 30 and 45 seconds.
Fucking A.
Well, I bet you were puckered butt, suction cup to that chair when you was coming in.
Put it to you this way: the first time it happens to you, you got half the seat in your butt.
That's wild. That's some wild shit.
Yeah.
I've got more stories, but we'll save that for a later date.
Yeah, that's a good plan.
So Steve had his topic. We're gonna go in order like we always do. So Shadows, you're next.
Still don't have anything.
I don't have anything either. Although, if you do get curious, search up Florida Man and then your birth date. And it comes up with some wild news articles.
Looking up.
Do Florida Man and then your birth date.
What? Fuck.
Oh yeah, it's wild what comes out of Florida.
Find your birthday.
I have one pulled up that happened
What the fuck?
in November. of 2002. No, 2022.
Oh my god, I don't like what mine popped up as.
Just
I've-
literally type in Florida man and your birthday.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's not good, and I care not to read it.
United States Department of Justice. Florida man pleads guilty to conspiracy to smuggle turtles.
Yeah, mine is Florida man executed for 1988 rape and hammer killing of a nurse.
Oh my god.
What the?
Florida man
Holy.
charged after striking and killing a dog with an unregistered ATV.
Mine would
Bloody.
have to be Florida
Mine's
man
actually-
tries to rob a Waffle House.
I never want to look that up again.
Oh my god.
Florida man accused of murdering wife and telling the police that she is swimming.
What the
That.
That is
Oh my
wild.
lord.
Oh my. Okay, I got
Even
one.
let go from a
Mine's not that
lawn
bad.
care business after making it clear that he was looking to snipe clients from his boss.
What is this one? Mine is weird. It's not giving me the whole deal.
Okay, so my guy, he the one that tried to rob the Waffle House, it said he used finger guns to rob it.
I guess here's another one on my birthday. Florida man climbs atop playground equipment at Clearwater Park. Tells the kids where babies come.
The
Fucking crazy.
Florida man 76 pleads guilty to lewd act touching women on flight.
What the fuck? Oh my god, that's wild.
I still think the
bro.
people
Yeah,
at
this is
Walmart.
why you never go to Florida.
People at Walmart is the best fucking ever.
Yeah, that
all
one still
time.
beats
Yeah.
that one, but that one has
That's-
to come in a close
People
second.
of Walmart isn't even on the same fucking scale as anything else, bro. It's not even fair for them.
Okay, so mine reads: a Florida man who recently dropped dropped all legal appeals was executed for the 1988 murder of a woman who was sexually assaulted, killed with a hammer, and then set on fire.
God damn.
Dear Lord.
Oh, this sums me and Hunter up right here. Florida man pops open beer during police encounter because it was cold and he wanted to drink it.
That's awesome. That is right up your alley. That is right up
Oh,
some
yeah.
shit you would do.
I've done
That
it.
is a-
Ask Hunter whenever.
What do you do? You're
whenever-
not driving the car. You'd be like,
whenever
hey,
my
man,
front-
this is cold now, so
Whenever my
I'll take
front
care of
window
this.
of my house got broken, I called the police. And me and Hunter were already lit as fuck. We had a podcast that night.
Yeah.
And I walked out there, cracked open a beer, and was having a conversation with him.
fuck it,
Ain't
dude.
nothing they can do.
What are they gonna do about it? What can they do?
I'm on private property.
So we called you
weren't-
here
it's
for the
not like you were
window,
driving, so
and we weren't causing any issues with them.
that's fucked.
That
That is totally some shit you would do.
I'd give that to Shadows. That's kind of like a topic.
Yeah, I mean, we did the people at Walmart as a topic, so yeah, I'm down with that. Definitely had
was
some good
the-
laughs off of it.
People at Walmart, it's just totally fucked.
We're thinking about
Yeah.
making that a thing at the.
Oh, you're just
Like,
upset
toward
because
the end
the
of-
Cammy's on that website.
We're thinking about making that a topic at the end of
Oh, fuck.
of the Two Drunks in a Bottle.
Walmart.
Yeah, like doing something like that, funny memes or something. Very end.
Oh god, I'm on the next demo and I don't even have anything to fucking talk about. Fuck. Okay, hold on.
I got something for you.
Oh no, what is it?
Can you tell us how long Australians stay in their mom's couches?
Fuck's sake!
He
Yeah,
asked
fuck's
everybody,
sake.
"Don't worry, you're not the only one."
This isn't the first
Yes,
time he's been
I'm
asked.
aware.
I was gonna say this is
This is
more.
like this is like the fourth or third time he's fucking asked me.
You never give me a straight up answer.
This is the first time you actually got
Thought he
an
did.
audio answer from you
Yeah, that's true.
on a podcast.
I can't read.
Okay. The simplest answer and the shortest answer I can say is no.
Nah.
That's think that's what you said in text too. I had to do the read me aloud thing.
No, the shortest answer I can give you is no.
About 6 months.
Okay, well, the other question,
Okay.
no, because if I ask the other question, it's going to lead us into the schoolyard of kangaroo.
Oh
Yep.
no.
God damn it.
Google says Australians stay in their mother's pouches about 6 months.
Like after birth?
And Google doesn't
Yes.
lie.
I Googled it.
Huh.
Google does not lie ever.
No, if you
Fact.
don't Google it, it's for real.
For real.
Leave
Okay.
that shit.
What?
Known fact.
Just Google it.
So Australians stay in their mother's pouch for between 6 to 8 months.
This is so
God damn
There you
it.
go.
stupid.
It's amazing that we haven't been canceled over all this
know.
Australian bullshit talk.
Yeah.
I guess no Australians watch your podcast, so that must be why.
I know at least one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes, and I'm the only one. And I don't give a shit.
Not only that, but we fucking pulled up
Fuck.
videos of kangaroos fighting emus on the
Yeah.
last podcast.
Yeah, we gained a lot of views off that too.
Because of me! I was the one who
no.
sent those
I don't
clips.
think your voice is supposed to get that high.
Oh my god.
Oh, that got me good. That got me
Jesus
good.
Christ.
My stomach hurts on that one.
Yeah. I think I broke a rib.
Don't give it to Eve. She'll eat that bitch.
What the fuck?
Alright, so boys
Oh
and
my
girls,
God.
everything that I've ever learned about
Why'd you have to
Australia,
go there?
everything that I've ever learned about Australians thus far tonight is that they stay in their mama's pouches for 6 months. So they can no longer bullshit with me. I know that you were in. Now I'm gonna ask, like when I ask how long, was it 6 or 8 months? Or were you a preemie? Like, is that a thing? Because you're already born, but you're in your mama's pouch. So are they preemies? They come out of their mama's pouches before 6
No,
months?
Bronson, they're born preemies, man.
God.
They go into the pouch preemies.
Damn.
Oh shit.
Haven't you ever watched The Crocodile Hunter?
Oh my God.
Jesus Christ.
And let me guess, so teddy bears are koala bears too, right?
Exactly. So are panda bears.
Or pain.
I mean, you have a
Alright.
pet kiwi somewhere around the house too?
Do you actually have a topic? Have a topic?
My God. Now that's the thing. I really don't. I want to try doing a topic that's related to America because all you fuckers are all out there.
I knew that was coming.
You can't offend me.
Oh God.
I've probably heard every name known to mankind as an
Drink.
insult.
It's hard. It's hard to
God.
offend me.
Okay. Okay, you know what? I'm just gonna do this. It's practically the only thing that I really know about fucking America. But
Trump.
It's
Trump,
really the-
Trump,
okay.
Trump.
no, not Trump.
Oh hell, Trump.
Who? Oh hell, Trump. Jesus Christ.
Jesus fuck.
Well, if you hadn't been canceled, you will now.
Hater, I'm a snowflake. You can't say Trump. I'm still voting for. I'm still voting for Biden, even though he's not in the race anymore. I'm writing his name in.
Did he even ever know that he was in the race?
Probably not.
Yeah, I don't know. All right, sorry, Shannon.
Okay. Well, who lives in Tornado Alley?
I do.
I used
Of course
to.
you do. Okay. Who has had the worst experience?
the
I've
worst.
never had one other than we had wind and hail this last year, but
I don't live
Wind
in
and hail. Help.
I don't live in Tornado Alley, but we live in
Dixie Alley.
Dixie Alley, which
Yeah.
Tornado Alley is shifted over to Dixie Alley. But we were in a tornado about 4 years ago now.
Yeah.
We lived on an acre and a half, and it sounded like a damn freight train. And we had about 30 trees down in a domino effect. Big tree hit,
yeah.
fell down in our front yard, and it went all the way around the property.
I have a house catty corner to me that the tree got hit by lightning. Like, I watched it happen. It was wild as fuck.
Well, the
Lord.
closest I've ever been to a tornado is a half a city block.
Hmm.
Didn't even know it at the
Not-
time. A
no,
friend
it's
of mine
really
lived
shouldn't.
on some train tracks, and we thought it was a train coming through, and we stepped out front, and we literally looked across, and the city block, and there's a building, and we literally saw the tornado skate across the top of the building and rip the air handler off the building.
Jesus
Damn.
Christ.
What the?
It ain't no joke.
Holy
Them
fuck.
jokers fucking
Nah.
real sound like a damn freight train.
Those motherfuckers are loud.
That's
for
all the
sure.
wind.
Yeah.
I've only ever dealt with hurricanes.
Tornadoes or
That was
hurricanes
me.
produce tornadoes too.
Oh yeah.
And hurricanes can
Yeah.
be just as bad as tornadoes, just over a larger area.
Yeah.
Yeah, for a longer amount of
Very
time.
big area.
And longer amount of time, yeah.
Yeah.
Tornadoes aren't gonna last. I mean, they'll last a while. Like, they can last a pretty good long time, but they're not gonna last forever. It's gonna die eventually.
Yeah. But then again, it obviously, if you're like, for example, like inside of a tornado, then obviously it really depends on how slow it's moving.
So the only tornadoes that Australian sees are the ones that the Tasmanian Devil creates.
It's called a dust devil, BB.
God damn it. God damn it.
I'm here all night. Bruce.
Oh my god.
He's done. Drop the mic.
Drop the
I'm not
mic and just
dropping.
walks away.
I am not dropping my fucking Yeti X.
Dropping the mic.
I am not dropping my Yeti X. It is not happening.
Now, fun fact, especially since I live on the East Coast, because I live in the state of Queensland, near my hometown, there was actually a tornado that touched down like
Ollie's
a
like,
couple of years ago. I think it was
"Hey."
around
You said what was the state's name?
Queensland.
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 Queensland. Okay.
Speaking of which, are they
Yes.
going to rename that to Kingsland now?
Probably not. Anyway, so there was a tornado that touched down. I think it was around maybe 2021 or 2020 or 2020. I can't fucking remember because it's already been so long now. But I'm pretty sure there was an EF0 that touched down just near the mountains that are close to my town, and it headed towards Gladstone. But it eventually died out before it even hit it.
An EF0, that's just Navy.
Yeah. It's
Yeah,
just
that's
very
a
big
that's a
movie.
small one.
It'll
That's a
still
dust
fuck
devil.
up some shit though. Sometimes.
But yeah,
Depends on- it really just depends on how bad the wind is around them, because the wind around them can be fucking in the hundreds. And not even be the main
yeah.
part of the tornado.
Yeah,
yeah, fucking.
an EF0 is a small one. It's barely gonna take the roof off your house.
Probably, yeah. That's
Yeah.
about all you're gonna get out of
No,
that.
it's practically not gonna do.
I mean,
anything,
you're
but
definitely
apparently-
gonna know if it hits you directly. Like, you'll know,
Yeah, you'll
but,
know, but
it's not gonna do a whole lot.
Damn Tasmanian
Yeah.
Devil must have been pissed off that.
most likely.
God.
Is it
Bugs
bad?
must have been in town.
That's wild.
Is it
Obviously,
bad?
Well, I was one time when I was coming back home after going a couple of miles south to go to a event that me and my brother and my passed away grandfather used to go to. Well, we did go. We still go there now, but for Speedway and that. we were coming back home from that, and we saw a fucking decently sized dust devil just cruising along in a random field while we were driving along. So that was an interesting sight, but
Oh, what's the worst kinds of storms that y'all have over there?
now, obviously, we have a huge difference. Well, it's not really a huge difference because it's fucking all the storms are practically the same. But instead of us calling hurricanes, we call them cyclones.
Well, they start out here tropical.
Well, there you go. But either way, even if it is like, if it even is like beginning as a cyclone, we still call them cyclones either way. But couple of years ago, we ended up having one in my hometown, but I'm pretty sure we were on like the outer edge, at the outer edge of it, so we got a bit lucky there. Um, we've had a couple that actually decided to completely miss us because global warming is helping us for some reason. Anyway, but most of all, we just call them cyclones.
So I'm gonna show my nerd here for a minute because I've never been to Australia. But Rando, that is Queensland's also called the Sunshine Coast of Australia, correct?
Yes, we are called the Sunshine Coast.
That's what I thought.
So it's Florida and Australia.
Basically.
Apparently. Because obviously the sun comes up on our side, on our east, so. So yeah.
Guess that brings it to me. Ollie, you better be thinking because you're next, buddy.
I have one, but we've talked about it, but not everybody in here has heard about it, I'm sure.
Damn repeat. How many times did you
But I
repeat
don't-
12th grade?
Fuck you.
How many times did you
More
repeat
like
kindergarten?
That's what I was gonna ask.
How many times did you fail pre-K? You just couldn't pass nap time?
I'm looking for a topic, bro. Come on. Get together.
Slowly but surely.
I had mine pulled up. Alright, so we were just recently watching a TV show that just ended its third season. And it ended its third season in a way that it could potentially not come back on, but they also left it open to where it could come back on. No confirmation of being aired or even that they're about to start production of the next season or anything that I have found. What is you guys' opinions, or what show was a show that had an ending for like, man, that could have continued, and I like, did you use your imagination to think of what the ending would have been, or did they cancel the show? I know sometimes screenwriters sometimes give you what the ending thought it should have ended up having, like later, years later, they'll. What is the show that you guys have watched that didn't really have an ending, or that it could have been continued? And that goes with you, Idiot.
Now,
Wow.
Idiot goes first.
I hate going first.
Well, you have no choice when you sit to my right.
I'm trying to think of some shows that I've watched recently that have like left me off and like not continued. I don't know of any, really. Everything that I've watched has a pretty decent ending, I thought. I don't know, honestly.
Don't worry, I allotted us
think
for
of
about
all-
2 hours.
The one at the
Good,
top,
Hunter.
the ones off the top of my head I can think of all had endings that, like, that's just how it ended and that was it. So I don't know. I don't watch a lot of shows, I guess, that leave.
We'll come
that,
back
like,
to the idiot.
end.
I'm gonna piss him off.
I don't have anything.
I'm gonna piss him off tonight. He's not gonna
Yeah.
talk to me for a whole week. We hadn't hardly talked at all this week, anyways. I pissed him off with the
Okay.
never-ending polyverse. All right, Hunter, what you got?
So I would have to say, My Name Is Earl. That is
Oh,
one of those shows that
see,
it
I didn't do
had
that.
a good ending for a season to come back, and
It
they
didn't
ended up
even.
canceling it.
The season finale was a to be continued. Like it
Yeah,
literally
that's what I'm saying.
was to be continued.
Which I mean, it would have been perfect if that was the finale right there, and they would have came back with another season. But yeah, it was one of those like you got left on a cliffhanger, and they just never came back to it because it got canceled. I mean, that was like a lot of episodes too. Like to have to go through and watch, and get to that one point to like, damn, why did I watch this again?
We wasted what 2 weeks watching that show.
Yeah, and that was like binge watching too. But I mean, it was a good show. Like, I mean, hell, I love the show. If it would have kept continuing, or at least had an ending, it would have been perfect. But just because they canceled it, it was like it was unexpected.
You know, that's one of the shows I want to go back and watch, but I know the ending. I know that there's not
Hmm.
one, so it keeps me from going back and watching it because I don't want to get to that part.
Yep.
Has everyone here seen My Name Is Earl?
No.
I've never watched it
Okay.
like all the way through,
Well, I
but I
won't
have
spoil-
seen
Wow.
episodes.
I won't
of
spoil it then. I was going to say why I didn't like it, but I won't spoil it. That show's been out for a long freaking time.
It has been out
Yeah.
a while.
There's a
Spoilers
couple
are
of shows.
allowed. If it's been out for more than 4 years, then spoilers are allowed. I don't care.
Yeah, but
Yeah,
you
it's
could
definitely
know,
over 4
like
years.
this is it's a big spoiler. Go back, you go and watch it tomorrow, then you're shit. I know that. You know?
That's a lot of shows that I've watched recently where they
Wait your
could
turn.
potentially have.
You gotta wait your
Anything that's
turn.
made by Netflix is going to have an ending like that, because Netflix is not going to say we're going to give you 4 or 5 seasons of a show. They're going to be doing pilot ones to see what people is going to watch, because they can actually watch and see live as people's tuning in to watching it or watching the replays or whatever. And if they have enough viewer count, then they're going to dump the money in. Amazon's the same way. So you're going to be seeing more and more TV shows that are going to be doing that like cliffhanger type, between seasons.
Well, I don't
So
mind the
if-
cliffhangers in between seasons. It's when it doesn't get re-picked back up to finish it out, which is kind of like why I said my question. You know, like, did you use your imagination to finish off season? Like, and I guess at that point we could talk about the show that we're watching, how you anticipated it to have ended. But then we are going to give spoilers. So Hunter, how would you have seen an ending for My Name Is Earl?
So with My Name's Earl, there was a big question at the end. Trying not to give spoilers, but it would have been perfect if they at least would have answered this big question, because there was a big controversy and stuff that was over it, leaving like multiple people affected by the answer for this.
And the
So,
whole
I mean,
show
at
was
least
based off that last question.
yes. I mean, it's like if they would have answered it, it wouldn't have mattered how the rest of the show would have went. That was what everybody was there for because they built it up. I mean, during the show, like when it first started, like it was kind of questionable, kind of laughable. But then they made it a big thing towards the end, and it's like everyone just wanted to know the answer to that and see, who it affected. So I mean, if they would have just answered that question, then yeah, it wouldn't have been so bad. But that question was with us through the very first episode. So I looked it up. It's actually 96 episodes throughout 4 seasons worth. I was back when seasons were like almost 30 something episodes, 24. But I mean,
TV was good.
yeah. I mean, but still, if they would answer that one question, I think that would have helped it out a lot.
So to give a backstory on My Name Is Earl, since some of y'all haven't seen it, so the whole premise of the show is the guy had bad luck. That's how the show started. He just had horrible luck. He wanted to turn his luck around. So he starts he creates a list of all the wrongs that he's ever done, and the whole entire show he's going through his list and he's making rights.
He's doing Karma, yeah.
And he has a couple of children. And that's kind of the question. Anyways, Tater, what was the show that you watched that didn't have an ending? And did you have to use your imagination, or did they, like a screenwriter, release that what the ending was, or?
So I'm gonna probably be in the same boat as Paulie here. I really don't watch a lot of TV, so and most of the shows that watched, I've kind of watched over and over again, and a lot of them I quit watching because the cast changes, and I don't like the new cast, or they just don't continue to make it. So I'm kind of at a loss and don't know where to go with it.
I mean, I gotta give you that as an answer. I mean, seeing like shows and stuff where they try to replace an actor, and most times it doesn't work out when they have somebody completely new, and you're like, that is not that person. They cannot pull that character off.
I
Like that
mean,
right there, that'll end a show for you.
But
I mean,
the
you
best show
take you take NCIS for example. Me and my wife have watched NCIS from start to finish, and where they done that transfer to where the Gibbs character changed, DeNozo's character changed, and really the only 2 or 3 you had left was McGee and maybe Abby in that series. It kind of ended it for me, because when you look at NCIS and you think of that TV show and you think of Gibbs, you think of this one character, and when they change it, it ruins it. Or when
Yeah.
DeNozo leaves and they change DeNozo to this other character, it's just not the same anymore.
Yep.
So
I agree with that 100%.
it kind of throws the whole show off for you.
Mm-hmm.
Well, a show that was bad about changing characters, The Last Man Standing, with Tim Allen in it. The first season, he had his 3 daughters, and then the second season they changed the middle daughter, or no, they changed the oldest daughter. Then the third season they changed both the daughters. That was kind of one of them, but they kind of made jokes about it, like that's not my daughter, or whatever, like whatever kind of joke they made, like some type of pass. Say, oh, we changed the characters.
Now, come to think of it, there is.
But people not liking that show, I don't think really ever happened. Or when they didn't like it, they showed less of those characters, kind of like throughout the show. They were more cameo than anything.
Yeah,
There's a couple shows that we have watched, and I think my wife will agree with you, that will leave you hanging every time you watch them, and it doesn't matter how many times you watch them. And that's the Chicago Fire, the Chicago Med, that series. They leave you hanging every time you watch them, and it don't matter how many seasons come out. Every season always ends, and it leaves you hanging, wanting to know what happens next. So if I had to pick one that leaves you hanging on like a cliffhanger deal, it would be that Chicago Med or Chicago Fire or Chicago PD series.
The Rookie does that. 911 does that. Like, they have you fucking pissed. Like, and then someone just
the Rookie had me really upset.
Someone recently just said that the Rookie got canceled.
What?
That's news. But wow,
I haven't looked it up. Rando, aren't you watching the Rookie?
I'm currently watching it.
You're not
the Rookie
on it, but
the Rookie has not been canceled.
I think everybody just searched for it.
See,
they
were
renewed. All right, sweet. Someone said the other day, I heard someone say that the Rookie got canceled. I know 911 got canceled on Fox. ABC picked up 911, and it's not as good as it was when it was on Fox. Like,
So-
ABC's a lot more liberal and stuff in their product that they make. Fox isn't as liberal, but it absolutely changed. The only one that Fox renewed in the 911 series was Lone Star.
So I just got the update on the Rookie series, which my wife watches religiously. So it hasn't been canceled. They left you on a cliffhanger, which is the adoption series, which is where the main character is fixing to adopt. So it hasn't been canceled. They just left you on that cliffhanger,
Hold
and
on,
they
'cause
haven't.
Rando's
They haven't.
watching it. Rando's in the middle of it.
Oh, sorry, Rando. My bad, man. I'll stop there.
It doesn't. You didn't
Yeah.
really give anything away, but
Okay. So it hasn't been canceled. They just haven't continued it yet.
Yeah.
Steve,
Yeah.
that would be. Or you got something to add, Hunter?
No, I was gonna say that like shows like that. It's like cringing almost. It's when they leave you on a cliffhanger, and then at the same point you don't know if it's gonna get renewed. Like how we just had with the Rookie, when you got that brought up, all of us. I mean, I'd say most of us right here were like, "Wait, what?" Like we had to look into it.
It would be
It's like the
nice
worst
if-
feeling.
It would be nice if shows still like gave you some type of notice of, hey, this is our season finale. Like how they would do on TV. You would watch live TV. They'd be like, tune in for the season finale. It would be lovely if they were marked as the season finale when you watch them
Yeah.
online on a streaming platform. Mark it as the season finale. That way that you're not sitting there like, oh, can't wait till next week, because like the Rookie came on at a strange time this year. It didn't even come
Yeah.
on in the fall like it normally does.
Yeah.
It kind of started like Christmas, January, somewhere around there.
Think so.
It
What
was
about-
kind of a weird start?
What about Yellowstone? Has anybody heard or seen anything about Yellowstone?
Yellowstone will be released in November.
Yeah.
In
it-
November?
It will be the last. I don't even think he'll be in every episode. Kevin Costner will no longer be a part of Yellowstone. So you lose.
So there will be
you
a
lose John
second part of
Dutton.
season 5. There will be a second part of season 5 coming November 10th of 2025.
I think they did a few episodes with Kevin Costner. The whole season won't have Kevin Costner, and they're doing a spinoff of Yellowstone because of it.
So I just got the word they will not be doing a season 6 of Yellowstone. It will end with what comes in November of 2025.
Yep, and that's because of the Kevin Costner dude.
Is he leaving it?
His wife made him leave.
Well, I mean, the man's been in the business for how long?
Yeah, well, everyone says that, but they were having marital issues, whatever, and she wanted him around more. He just picked her over TV.
And I would do the same.
Yep.
Can't
A
hate on
happy
him.
wife is a happy life.
Exactly. Unhappy wife, stone cold misery. Yeah, we'll get that part.
Get over it.
And I just got an excuse you from my wife.
That's my philosophy. Get over it. Your wife said, "Excuse me."
Hey,
Tell her
no,
bless her.
there's
Tell
shit.
her
There's
bless
shit
her.
flying across the living room at me in the kitchen.
Tell her bless her.
Bronson said, "Bless you,"
Bless your
and
heart.
she just Bronson. She just gave you the finger.
Bless her heart. That's a Southern phrase right there. Bless your heart.
And she just said that's a Southern thing, and unless you're a Southern, and she said unless you're a Southern with titties, don't even try it.
I can say what I want.
He does. Fortunately.
Come on the episode of the Delta BB Unfiltered. It's the same asshole that's on this episode right here.
I think I got a snake in the house, guys. Hold on.
We didn't need to know about the bedroom life. All right, Steve, it's your turn, buddy. Why I'm
Oh,
unfiltered
shit.
right here.
So mine would have to be Hello Tomorrow. It was a they only did one season, but they left it to where it could either end or it could continue on. And I normally don't watch shows that are like goofy sci-fi, but it got my attention because it was like 1950s, but it had, the new technology like in the 1950s happened. So, but yeah, it was actually a good TV series, but the way that they ended it, it was like, okay, when are you going to release season 2? And so far, there's been no word if season 2 is coming or not. And that's what I was going back and saying. It was, since it was Amazon that paid for it, if it didn't get enough views, then they just said, "Out of hell with it. We're not going to do nothing with it," and move on. I think that's exactly what happened.
I've heard good things about that show. I never got into it. But as far as like the endings and stuff like that, when they do, I guess you would call it maybe a hybrid or so, where it could be either or. I really don't mind those. Like those to me, like at least it has some sort of ending, but it left it enough to if they did want to pick it up, they could. Stuff like that. Yeah, I kind of would have rather see over them just not having an ending. But yeah, I mean, I've never seen the show, but like I said, I've heard good things about it.
Yeah, I had to literally watch it twice to piece everything together because the first time I watched it, I missed like all the little sub connections that they were coming off the actual main timeline. But I had to watch it like 2 or 3 different times to piece everything together.
Wow,
Very good show.
I might have to check it out.
And we're back to Polly since he tried to turn his camera off. We're back to him, but he probably still doesn't have.
He won't know he's muted.
So we'll move on to Shadows.
There's a few shows that have done that for me. And it was all due to viewership. One of them was Scorpion, which I didn't like the ending of because it was practically a cliffhanger. And the
Yeah, I like
other one
Scorpion.
was James Patterson, The Zoo, the TV show.
I feel like there's some.
Yeah.
I absolutely did not hear what was
James Patterson.
the name of the show.
Yep, I think it's based off of the novel James Patterson, The Zoo.
Now I don't know that one. But you said Scorpion. Scorpion was something I started watching here recently. Good show. I mean, it's one of those think tank type movies.
Tink Tank. Poor little Tink Tank.
Think tank, think tank.
Yeah.
But yeah, I did like Scorpion. I haven't finished it yet, but I'm definitely into it.
Yeah, that one ended on a cliffhanger, and James Patterson's, or I don't know if it's James Patterson's, but the TV show is Zoo. It was canceled due to low ratings.
Yeah, like I said, those are the worst ones because wherever they got left off at, it's hard to tell. It could be in the middle of a big story that just never happens, or it could be just a regular cliffhanger. But I mean, like I said, no matter what, like those are the worst ones. It just gets canceled out of the blue like that.
Yeah. There's another one that I'm recently watching. It's called Teen Wolf.
know the show,
Don't
but I haven't watched it.
don't ask me what possessed me to watch it.
Yeah, but you got to go back and watch the OG Teen.
Ooh, yes.
I don't want to possess you to watch it. Full moon.
Uh,
Sorry, I just had to have that out there.
I've been trying to find the older one on Hulu.
Michael J. Fox, for sure. You got to go watch it.
Yeah, you'll probably find it on Netflix more than you would Hulu.
And my mom won't get
Or
Netflix because
It is free on Pluto. Rent it on it. Buy it on Amazon. I think Hunter's looking it up somewhere. It's very, very legal.
There was one. It was like a TV show. Is what I'm looking for, and it was like it involved like a Teen Wolf. I don't know if it was called Teen Wolf, but it was like early, maybe 90s. But I mean, it was a good show. Like when I was a kid, but I haven't watched it ages. I have to look it up to see.
All right, Shannon, what you got?
Now, who here has watched Lucifer?
I've seen it.
I haven't seen all
I've
of it.
seen
Yeah, I haven't
episodes.
I've seen a couple episodes.
Okay. Now, I've watched the whole thing. I've watched every single season. I fucking binge watched that shit. So, with the ending, I'm not gonna spoil it because obviously, clearly, not everyone has completely seen it.
I'll probably go.
But yeah. So, the ending, I wouldn't necessarily say it was a cliffhanger, but I definitely do think it kind of ended off on a good note. But I think the show could have continued either on a different show, completely different, or they could have continued the seasons. Because, obviously,
I mean, the devil can go forever.
now,
No
yeah,
ending to the devil.
yeah, pretty much. But, obviously, some of you guys might have seen like the first few episodes, and I'm pretty sure you guys already know what happens at the first. Obviously, the devil, fucking Lucifer, meets up with a random detective.
Pretty much.
Obviously, they continued their story. Yeah, that's pretty much the whole fucking show. But obviously, there is a few downfalls of that. But another thing that I could really realize with this show that obviously could have been the reason why they might have not continued it, or they just decided to just completely just stop it completely, was because of the budget that they were on. Because you could really tell. I wouldn't.
Hunter wanted
Now,
to laugh.
I didn't-
He gave a smirk.
I did.
Now, I wouldn't. Me personally, I don't necessarily feel that the show could have easily been stopped because obviously each and every one of the seasons they seem to have gotten a bit more better, especially in the quality.
Bit more better.
Yeah, a bit more better.
Gotta love that Austriglish.
Arky.
Oh, look, he's done with his bedroom antics. He found the snake.
I did
God.
find the snake. It was a relatively small one at 2.5 inches.
Woo!
That's
Got
so
more than
good.
me, bro. I'm proud of you.
Oh my.
True white boy fashion right here.
It ain't the size of the dog, and it ain't the size of the dog in the fight, but the size of the fight in the dog, man.
Good lord.
It could be 2 inches long, but 6 inches around. You got it going on.
I think we might need to start a Squadcast after dark. Catch
We're
us
trying to
on.
get canceled.
Maybe.
Catch us on the OnlyFans.
Look, you catch me 18 beers in, you gonna get a whole nother side of tater going on over here.
Have you heard of our other podcast?
Exactly.
You mean two drunks in a bottle?
That's my job.
Oh,
Bro.
yeah.
That's my job.
Let-
Bro.
Oh, what going on?
Why has he been on?
That's my job.
Well, get him on.
Let us know what your schedule's like, and we'll put you on our schedule.
Well, you just let me know there, sir.
All right, send me a bottle. I'll tell you if we've done it or not.
Oh, I'll definitely send you a bottle, sir. I got a bunch of them,
Yeah, just tell me which one
And
you
I-
want to do that.
and I'll send it overnight.
Oh no, I'm not saying that. I'm saying send us what bottle you want to try, you want to do with us, and we'll go buy one.
Okay.
Now he's got up and looked through, and is now looking through every single one of his fucking bottles.
Yeah,
That
he
has.
probably is.
No. I can do it from where I sit, sir. Thank you.
Oh God.
I used to be able to.
You you Australians claim to be the drinking champions, but we'll have to see about that.
Clearly, America's starting to catch up. Anyway.
Oh, here we go. Here we go.
Here
we go. Here we go. You know,
cancel culture's coming through.
Brando, we can both talk shit, but we both know the Germans got us both beat.
That sounds about right.
Yeah, especially when they take a full month of October off as a holiday.
My point
Fucking
exactly.
hell. That's Oktoberfest for 'em.
I'll tell you who I don't want to fucking drink. That's a fucking Russian. I am not
That's straight
drinking-
up.
I am not drinking with a fucking Russian. Fucking.
They'll just straight up down vodka.
I like
fucking
vodka,
just
but
straight-
drinking with a Russian.
Yeah, get the motherfucker
Yeah, mate,
wanting to
you-
play
you drink-
Russian
you-
roulette and shit while you're fucking drinking
Exactly,
that
I was gonna
vodka.
say that.
Like,
I
bro,
was gonna say
spin
that.
the wheel, bringing
I
fucking
gonna say
Wheel
they-
of Fortune to a whole nother fucking goddamn level.
I was gonna say they are some of the funnest drunks to be around, though.
Yeah.
For
Have you ever made it through a game of Russian roulette? With a
Oh
Russian?
god.
Me neither.
These old boys, they just bring out the big ass fireworks. Wake up the entire state.
Holy crap.
I'm sorry. Get with Koreans
They got
and
good
drink-
barbecue.
and drink soju.
Oh,
But do it.
ooh, I love
Let's
soju.
do it.
Oh.
But do it sitting around a big ass table in Korea with that big ass bowl with a bunch of straws coming out of it. It won't hit you till you stand up and go to leave that bar,
No.
and you'll realize just how drunk you are when you stand up to leave.
Bro.
Yep.
Okay, let me quickly call Kim Jong.
We're having you on fucking Two Drunks in a Bottle, 100%.
Yep.
You'll probably be our next guest. Our
Or
HLT.
or you go to Germany and you buy a real half gallon of absinthe with a little green fairy that shows up on your shoulder.
No, that's no longer a thing. I talked with a German. They don't have it in there anymore. The hallucinogenics out.
The hallucinogenics out, but it was not out in 2006 when I went through the airport.
That's 2006. It's out.
Yeah, and well, yeah.
Trust me,
We looked into it.
I've been looking. I've got guys that at my job that are Switzerland, Germany.
Yeah.
I asked them if it was
Things are not the same anymore.
Our newly found third drunk knows the additive to add inside of it.
The hell?
But I don't know about fucking doing it. It looks like we're gonna do some fucking drugs on the podcast. This how he described it. It looks like we're gonna be fucking heroin off into our fucking shot.
Oh
Like,
my
ass
god.
I don't know how I feel about tripping on the middle of a fucking podcast. I don't know about that neither. You motherfuckers might actually be standing in front of me, but you're on a fucking TV screen.
Drink some of the new absinthe and do shrooms. You'll be right there.
No, I'll pass on that too.
Those are good though.
Where'd
Good
Polly go? Where's
I don't
Polly?
know.
You pissed
Probably
off.
Over yonder.
He's probably sitting on the
Nobody
backboard.
knows.
I'm here.
No, you ain't said a gosh dang thing. We've been saying some pretty good shit.
Yeah.
It's
Listening.
it's his turn,
Now.
anyways.
I've been listening
Yeah.
this whole time.
It's your turn,
Alright, it's your turn.
anyways.
He still ain't got nothing.
I
Because
do
he's a
have,
bitch.
I do have
Wait.
something actually.
Well, hold on. Well, now you gotta wait your turn again. Because now it's Tater's turn.
Wait, whose turn?
You just
Yeah.
went, right, Hunter?
No.
Or no, we were
No,
finishing up the
it
TV
was
show. So it's your turn.
Rando just went.
So it's Hunter's turn.
Topic was?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I thought we were talking about the other topic. So the movies coming out right now, we have entered into iconic
Actually,
characters going
I
into.
didn't give my TV, but you stole it. You stole it anyway. It would have been My Name Is
Kind of figured.
because I can't give the one that's just ended because I don't. It absolutely just ended, so I can't talk about it at all. So all right, go ahead.
All right. So with our recent movies here, they kind of entered in with iconic characters from either movies or shows that are now entering public domain, and they're turning those into like a parody, I guess is what you would call it. For example, they hit on Winnie the Pooh. They turned them into a horror movie.
They made a second one.
Mickey Mouse.
They've already made a second one.
Yeah, so like with Mickey Mouse, that's the other one. I don't know if it released yet, but it's the same thing. It's going to be like a scary version of Mickey.
They're away from the Grinch. It was horrible. Don't watch the Grinch one.
Yeah.
The Winnie the Pooh,
So-
I can vouch for it.
So my question is, what iconic characters from either a movie or a TV show that you would like to see if they ever entered into public domain, whether it be a scary movie or whatever, but they enter public domain, what do you think that what iconic character do you think that they could turn into a good movie?
I have a good one.
I've got
Ooh.
one. I actually think they already made it. Kind
I,
of.
I think I have a good one.
Well, you're first, Tater.
Well,
Yep.
he's kind of already been made into a movie, but I think it would be kind of funny. I don't know if anybody's seen it, but it's the Collector or the Collection movies.
Yep.
I think that would be a good one to bring in.
When you say the collector, do you mean like Guardians of the Galaxy collector?
No.
He's talking
No.
about some fucking Saul shit.
He said it right. The collector and the collection.
So
Okay, no. I just wanted clarification.
So if you've
Yeah, you're
never seen the Collector or the Collection, the Collector is a Bronson.
It's kinda like Saw in a way.
Y'all correct me if I'm wrong, but he's an anthropologist.
Yes.
But he's an anthropologist, but he collects human.
No,
He collects.
so he's an anthropologist. He does.
He
collect fighters.
He does bugs. He does bugs.
Yeah.
But he also does humans. And he turns humans into what he thinks are. He'll collect 5 different humans, and he'll take body parts from those different humans, and he'll turn those into different works of art. And if you watch The Collector, you'll see where he actually starts off, and then if you watch The Collection, towards the end of the movie, it shows you the evolution of the Collector and what he does.
That's another fucking cliffhanger movie.
The Collector is more or less a Jason Voorhees or Freddy type deal, to whereas he can't be killed. You can try to kill him, but he won't die.
Yeah, we
So
can do that. To me, it reminded me of like Saw.
That's opinion. That's opinion on the he can't die, which is why I said it was left on a fucking cliffhanger.
It's a cliffhanger because it's a cliffhanger because in the Collection, when they burn, not trying to give it away for anybody that's not seen it, but when they burn the house down, does he die or does he not die?
think about this. At the end of the collection, after the I think it was like a cutscene after the credits roll, and
Are we doing spoilers alert here?
yeah, I'm fine with
Yeah,
the spoiler
kinda,
on this
sorta.
one. The guy from the first one that played in the second one,
Yeah.
he puts the collector in the box. He goes
Yeah.
to the collector's house and puts him in the box.
He puts him in the box.
So he then told him, like, you're about to see what it's going to feel like. Everything you put me through be 10 times worse for you. It left it on a cliffhanger, and they were in the midst of making a third one. And
I didn't
they
know they
canceled
were in the midst of making a third one.
it. It is
Yeah,
not in production.
I looked it up. Like they actually had a like images, like pictures that they were going to do for the studio to kind of like showcase it, I guess. And there's actually pictures of it. If you look it up, I guess maybe the collection 3 is probably the best way to look it up. Maybe the collector 3. But yeah, there are images and stuff of the studio, like the shots and stuff like that. But yeah, it got canceled like right early stages. I mean, they
Yeah.
were gonna go for it though. I don't know why it got canceled though.
You know, it surprises me that I talk about it on here, and at least two of you guys know what I'm talking about, because I'll talk about it just like if I'm out at work and we get talking about horror movies and whatever, and I mention it, nobody knows what the heck I'm talking about.
Me and Hunter are horror movie buffs.
Yep.
If it looks like a good horror movie, we're probably gonna watch it.
Or if you want, if you want to go,
you ain't watch those.
if you want to go past the collector or the collection, and you want to go past that into horror movies, you could really go into the Wrong Turn movies, because
I just
Mm.
rewatched
at
all of
the
them.
at the end of Wrong Turn, on the final movie, they kind of leave you in a cliffhanger there too.
Yeah.
Hold on. Which one are you talking about? Is the last one? Are you talking about are you talking about
The
5?
newest one.
Or are you talking about the newest one? Because they made a new one that had nothing to do with the Virginia.
No. I'm talking about the original 5.
Okay, so
Okay.
then yeah, they did leave it in the cliffhanger, kinda. Left it in a cliffhanger, kinda. But we're not really talking about cliffhangers.
No, I kind of got off subject there. But
I mean, you're
anyway,
good.
yeah.
That one would be pretty cool. Like just kind of see him bring his character back and to see what ways they would go with it. But yeah, I like
Yeah.
that.
Steve, what you got?
Well, mine is actually in the public domain, but I would love to actually see them take Frankenstein and remake it with all the new technology.
Yeah, because they really haven't messed with that.
Hotel
No, they really-
Transylvania was the only that tried to do their play.
Yeah, I mean,
like that.
Yeah.
Play's been cartoon.
Yeah, I mean the cartoon is like, that's fine and dandy and everything, but no, take the actual Frankenstein and redo it with all the CGI and everything else, and really make it pop.
that'd be pretty cool to see. I'd be down for that.
And we're back to pop.
Okay.
Ricketts.
What was the exact question though?
So, have you heard about Winnie the Pooh and Mickey Mouse, like how they turned those into like horror movies because they enter public domain?
Guess
Apparently
so.
not.
Okay,
I've seen the.
That would be
movie,
no.
I've
I don't
seen
think
of the
he
movie.
realizes what a public.
so like with Winnie the Pooh, like he's licensed and all that mess, so like no one really can touch him because you could get sued for stuff like that because that's their own character that they created. They enter public domain to where they pretty much their license is expired. I guess is probably the best way to put it. But they can actually now take that character and do whatever they want with it, and no one can sue because he's public domain.
Oh, so I.
So
I
my
would have to
question,
know- Go ahead.
so my question is like, what iconic character, like from either movies or TV shows, would you like to see someone take from that show or movie and turn it into something else?
I honestly, this is gonna sound crazy, but I feel like you could totally do a horror movie with like SpongeBob.
Mm.
I feel like you could totally make that work.
Amen.
You could
He's
totally,
I'm
already
mad
he's
because he
already
took
a fucking
mine.
he's
totally do
already a
horror
fucking horror movie.
No, he took mine. I wouldn't go with that route though, but yeah, I was gonna say more
Oh,
like rated R.
Well, so you know the background of
Yeah.
SpongeBob.
Mm-hmm.
You know, SpongeBob was not originally made for kids. SpongeBob
Nope.
was supposed to air on Adult Swim, and Adult Swim turned down SpongeBob because
Yep.
it was just fucking stupid.
As long as nobody takes it, they got a perfect one for a horror movie.
Because SpongeBob and Patrick were supposed to be gay lovers. Like that was the whole premise of it. So it being a horror movie, I can see it. I could see it.
I can see it. That's what I'm saying.
I
I can
like I
see
said,
it.
I was gonna
can
just make it like
totally-
rated R
That
somehow.
fucking laugh.
Yes.
Like
Dude, you could totally do
it would almost remind me of like fucking Dr. Giggles. Like
And then you would have Patrick as like the deep bass voice just creeping up on you.
give me that ass.
Yeah.
Yes.
So yeah, I gotta give it to Polly. He did steal mine on that one. Like I said, I don't know if I'd go
It's good.
horror with it, but definitely like rated R with it. Yeah, it
That's-
wouldn't be SpongeBob everybody knows about though.
All right, Shadows, what you got?
I have none.
None that you can think of.
You have nothing?
Nope. Nope.
All right, Shane.
You know,
All right,
could be.
Rando, what you got?
Actually, hold on. I got something to say.
He won. Okay.
Hold
You
on.
want to
I'm
read it?
still on mine. No, it's not on mine, but I'm just thinking now out loud.
That's
What about if
impossible.
you could do like the insane? What about the SpongeBob episode where they draw the crazy one?
Doodlebob or Doodlebob.
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 I got
You
a
could
buddy at work
totally do
that has a
you could
3D print of
totally-
Doodlebob.
You could totally fucking turn that dude into like some insane psycho killer and fucking. That's
Pretty
be a
much
great
already
movie.
was.
We're gonna have to get right on that.
He wanted to
Kid
race
friendly, but
SpongeBob.
yes.
Turn Plankton into a
We
horror
can totally
movie.
do it.
No, Mr. Krabs.
Plankton.
Yeah, I
coming
can do that.
soon.
The truth behind Krusty Krabs.
That would be a great one.
Yeah, I think that needs to be a rated X movie. That's not even rated R.
Yeah.
The Secret of Krusty Krabs.
Go ahead and check out the secret recipe on xvideos.com.
What the fuck?
The Secret of Krusty Krabs and Pearl.
Oh, how to get the pearl?
There we go. There we go.
What you got, Rando?
Now, back to the Friday the 13th movies. Now, obviously, it's been way too long since they fucking, for example, like the first one they released in like what 1980.
They did a remake in
So-
20.
Yeah.
2009. They did a remake.
Yeah. They. Yeah.
Sounds right.
Apparently, I think he already looked it up, and I happened to date.
I've watched almost all the movies, especially the 2009 one and Freddy vs. Jason.
Well. Yeah.
Now, obviously, it was like during my time watching, like seeing those films, I've just hooked into it and like hooked with all like the backstory and all that shit. But obviously, recently I've just lost interest because obviously they're barely even continuing it anymore because it's gonna be the exact same shit. To be fair, because obviously
That's
Jason doesn't
today's
die,
world.
he can't die.
All horror movies are off of another one. There's
Yep.
no
Yeah.
such thing as original content.
Well, no, he's talking about like
Pretty-
continuation though.
Not anymore.
Before you continue though, Rando, I have a question because Australian horror movies. No, like I'm being for real, Hunter. Like
God.
you're laughing. Australian horror movies are actually fucking scary as fuck. Like they make some fucking good ass horror movies. You would prefer American horror movies over Australian horror movies? Because I've watched some
Now-
creepy fucking horror. We watched one not too long ago, Hunter. That one where the movie started out. I can't remember the name of it. They started out and they were at a party, and the guy's brother comes in and was like busting down the. It was the Let Me In movie. That was an Australian movie. Australians made that movie. It was shot in Australia.
Yeah, you are right. I didn't catch that.
Now,
But that movie was
To be
fucking
fair.
creepy as fuck.
to be fair, I practically have barely even watched any Australian movies because they don't pop in my head. Neither do I even see them at all because they're so fucking underrated for some reason. But once again, with Friday the 13th, obviously there has been at least one creator who has been trying to bring back the series back up, but they haven't. Like, it's obviously not in a full production. Obviously, it's not like a fucking full movie. It's like a short film. But I would love to see them bring back that franchise and try to do something with it. Especially, even if it's like, hell, if Jason is completely different. Like, for example, to 2009 one, he was able to just run full sprint. He wasn't able to do that in like the past movies, which that was the scary factor of it. Especially with that movie being so dark. Obviously, like, the lighting is so very fucking like dim and that, which obviously that's like one of the key things in horror movies. But I definitely would love to see them do that again. But like, for example, like in today's like technology, like CGI, color correction, and all that.
The thing about
I
Jason
do like
was
that you kind of said, like how they kind of did like their own little take on it, like they went a different route. Because that kind of reminds me of like Halloween. Because Halloween, if you look throughout their series and stuff at the movies, they had that where it was like split, like this sort of movies went this way, and then the other movies went
Yeah.
this way. Like some movies had nothing to do with the other timeline.
Depending with the Halloween, it all depends on like what timeline you want it to be inside of.
Exactly.
Like, you always have to watch the original 1981, whatever
Yep.
it is. You have to watch it first, always, 100%. But then it depends what timeline you want to follow for which one you watch next. If you want to watch Wes Craven's, or not Wes Craven, John Carpenter's version, then you have to watch the first one. Then you have to watch Halloween Halloween. Then you have to watch Halloween Ends to get Wes Craven's story. Rob Zombie, in my opinion, was the best. That's besides. I'll let you. Or Tater had something about Friday.
But to me, with as far as the Jason movies go, what made those good is it didn't matter how fast or how quick you run from him or how slow he walked. It didn't matter where you hid or where you ended up. He always caught you. Yeah. You could literally be full sprint and hide in this building. Next thing you know, Jason's behind you with that machete, ready to get you. And that's what I love about the Jason movies is it didn't matter how slow Jason was or how fast you were. He was gonna be there when it mattered.
If he wanted you dead, you were gonna be dead.
The video game played into that and kind of explained how kind of how that happened, like how he was able to do that kind of shit, and it was a lot of fucking telepathic type bullshit. Like, he was pretty much a fucking magician.
I've never played the video game, so I have no clue.
Especially with the video game, I fucking love the video game, but it's so unfortunate now that you can't actually get it anymore because they fucking did something. I can't remember what they did to it, but
yeah, it's called Dead by Daylight. Replaced it.
Pretty much.
Yeah, but Jason in it.
Does anybody still play that?
Did it with
what, Dead by Daylight?
Yeah.
Yes. People still play Dead by Daylight.
Does anybody
they came up with a new one though. It was what, the Texas
Chainsaw Massacre come out with their version of it. Super buggy fucking game. That's the point. So where were you going? Did you have some more that you wanted to add in on the Friday the 13th?
Now, especially based on what Tater says, obviously wherever you go, he's always there. But that's the thing, he has teleportation powers, which is also another thing as well. Especially, you end up realizing that, especially in the movie where he takes Manhattan. That's definitely a movie that you really see it in. Not only that, also Jason Lives, yeah. But honestly, that franchise is very iconic.
What got me about so when you're talking about the Jason movies and even the Freddy movies, the movie that got me was Jason versus Freddy when Jason
yeah.
comes walking up out of the water. I mean, Jason's been drowned at this point, and he comes walking up out the water with Freddy's head in his hands, and Freddy just wink at you, like
Yep.
like it's okay. So
He's like, I'm
now
still
we're
here.
so now we're here. Jason just walked out of the water with Freddy's head. Freddy winks at me, so he's still alive. So where do we go from here?
Yeah, like is there gonna be another movie or what?
And
clearly it's been way too long.
and it's been
I can see him going back to it.
and it's been what 20 years
Yeah,
plus
something like that.
since then, and they haven't done anything to elaborate on that particular part of the movie. And
I think the reason why they didn't is just because they would still be kind of like enemies almost, maybe like frenemies, just because he would only live on through Jason until he got more victims, and then Freddy would play more of a part. But I think it would be like we talked about before, like a continuation error to like it's just gonna be the same thing, kind of like over, And you really don't. I know people like they really don't want to see the same thing, and I think that's the reason why they kind of did away with it. But it would be kind of cool to see them continue that, though, in a way.
I mean, I can bring up a lot of movies that just keep continuing, and people keep watching them. And I mean, for me,
you still have a topic. You're next after Hunter. Like you're the last topic of the night.
okay.
But we can for sure. It's a
Yeah,
movie. Let's finish out
we're
Hunter's topic.
We're gonna continue this.
Let's finish out Hunter's topic.
Well, in that case, I think you're next.
So, a adaptation that I would like to kind of see, but like I said, I think that I guess I would change mine. Fuck. I'd go Johnny Bravo.
Wow.
Okay.
I would go Johnny Bravo, but
So-
but I feel
Wow.
like I feel like they
How
are.
are you?
Hold on, I feel like they
Hold on,
already
let 'em talk.
made it into something. So he was obsessed with women, all of that good shit.
Yep.
The TV series You, to where like, who did we lose? Oh, the TV series You. So I can hear myself. He was a stalker. He fell in love. He wanted women that were out of his league at some shit like that. But I feel like they already kind of made it.
It's really hard to do stuff like that because, like you said, they have movies like that. But it would kind of be cool in a way to kind of take his character, and make it into like
That would
a,
be interesting.
I guess like a
I mean,
creeper.
it would kind of be, yeah, it'd be kind of, I don't know.
I mean, that's basically what he was like in the show. He was pretty much a creeper because he just hit on everyone he could. But to see like that he finally went over the edge, type shit like that would
Yeah, that's a good
that
point.
would make for it.
Yeah,
Kill his mama
I
because
guess.
she was fucking. It's
I don't know
it
about
gives,
that.
Like,
Like,
some
I don't
Bates-
see him
it
doing
gives
it.
like some Bates Motel shit.
You know what?
Oh
It
my
would be
God.
that he would kill the neighbor. The so-called best friend.
Yeah, the nerdy
I
kid.
can see him killing him. Yeah, I can see him killing him. I don't see him killing his mom though.
So what's yours, Hunter?
Oh, Paulie got mine.
Oh
It
yeah,
was
Polly
SpongeBob.
did get yours. Damn. So
Yep.
then that leads us to the last topic of the night. Or Polly, you have a topic. So you're not. It's not the last topic of it. You have your topic.
Yes, I have one.
All right. Can you hold off for a second? We'll go with Josh, and we'll make you the last topic.
I mean, we can. If Josh's is gonna be long, mine's probably not gonna take very long.
All right. Well, let's hit yours then, Josh. I have a feeling we're gonna dive deep into.
Yeah, so that's
Yep.
all I'm saying. Mine's not gonna take very long.
Josh, are you okay with going last?
Yeah, I'm fine.
All right. Go ahead, Polly.
All right, so mine is, what does everybody think of the Tesla Cybertruck?
Ugly as fuck.
Bullcrap.
Oh god.
Yeah, it's
So I used
That
to
is
like a little
shit.
kid did it.
A dumpster with
Until-
batteries.
until that came out, until that came out, I used to think that the Jeep Gladiator was the ugliest fucking thing around.
Bro, the Jeep Gladiator is sexy as fuck.
So,
The Jeep Gladiator.
Is the most ugly
the-
thing
oh,
I've ever
so
seen.
if you compare the Jeep Gladiator to a Tesla Cybertruck, you got a Sports Illustrated model compared to
I don't even want to hear Polly bitch. We used to have a Jeep Gladiator in server that was his personal vehicle.
I'm not saying
in
I'm not saying I
server.
didn't like them. I'm not saying I didn't like them. I just did. I mean, I
You'd
did.
add that back
What
in
was the
Yeah,
comment
that
you
back
just
in the
made
server.
about it though?
I don't really like the look of them. Really.
I'm
Like-
sorry, but you're never gonna get an electric truck like the Cybertruck to pull anything.
I'm not saying I don't like the
Like-
Cybertruck at all. So
You're not gonna get a Cybertruck to pull anything like a Duramax or like Dodge's diesel engine or like Ford's diesel engine. There's no way a electric truck is gonna pull that weight. It's
Yeah,
not.
Yeah.
It's not. It's
don't
not
like it.
possible.
The only way it's possible is that the damn thing's about the size of a diesel electric locomotive.
Tesla has tried to make an 18-wheeler, and it doesn't
Oh, I
hold
saw
a
that.
it doesn't hold a candle to Peterbilt. It doesn't hold a candle to Kenworth. It doesn't hold a candle to Volvo. It can't be done. Those electric vehicles cannot replace the sheer power of our gas diesel engines that are out there. You can't do it. And if you want to argue with me over it, you can, and I'll prove you wrong every time. I will gladly hook a Cybertruck up to that 2010 Nissan Titan I got sitting in the yard, and I will yank you all across Columbus County with it. And I'll put my paycheck on it.
Polly, you pissed off. Why you always gotta piss somebody off?
I didn't do anything. I don't like them either. I don't like what they look like. It's fucking. They look weird as fuck. Looks like a
This-
fucking tank driving down the road.
And
Looks
yes,
like kindergarten did it.
and yes, there's one in Columbus. And yes, there's one in Columbus County where I live.
Looks like fucking something that you definitely would have fucking drew in kindergarten.
Yeah, it's like I don't know what a car looks like. Let me
It
draw
look- it
something
does
that's close.
It does look boxy as fuck. I will say that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
It has no
100%.
design to it at all.
No.
nah. I don't see how we're in this year, and this is what we're coming up with. We were talking about like flying cars, and
Well,
this is what we got,
Doodle Bob drew it.
It's owned,
That makes
it's owned
sense.
by someone that doesn't even know what the hell they're doing anyways, though.
Go back to the movie
That-
Back to the Future. Look what Back to the Future showed in 2015.
Right.
Where were we at in 2015? Nowhere close to what they showed in that movie.
Fucking DeLorean.
Nah.
Well, think about that. Think about this. So you got the movie Fifth Element. Good movie. Bruce Willis played in it, and I think they were in like. I'd have to go back and look. I think they were at like 2020, 24, somewhere around. They were like where we're at now, and fucking flying cars. I don't know if any of y'all remember, but like in the early 2000s, they were talking about fucking flying cars were going to be a thing. In like the 2010s, 20s, flying cars are going to be a thing.
And they still ain't a thing.
They won't be.
They
Elon Musk.
they never will be.
Elon Musk will not come up because that's going to be the person that could potentially come up with something. Would be Elon Musk, and he's not going to come up with it.
Do you realize when it comes to the electric vehicle, if you look at it, when it comes to the electric vehicle and the capabilities of the electric vehicle, that BMW is further ahead than Elon Musk ever thought about being? BMW has more technology in their electric vehicles and what their electric vehicles can do than Tesla ever thought about doing.
You won't ever see an EV sit down in front of my fucking driveway. Will never fucking happen.
It will never happen.
If you ever see one sitting in my front yard, shoot me in the head.
Like,
shoot me on sight.
Jess's car will be paid off in 2026, and I'm already like, yep. I'm looking at trucks, and I'm leaning towards like a fucking Dodge, just because Dodge is the only one that fucking stands out from everyone else. All the motherfucking trucks all look the same now. No one has a truck that doesn't look like another truck. Dodge is the only one that sticks out. But my big thing is I don't want a fucking V6, and they're not putting V8s in trucks hardly anymore. I want the big block.
So my 2010 Nissan Titan, which has the 5.8, 5.6, whatever. My 2010 Nissan Titan has a higher towing capacity by 2,500 to 3,000 pounds more than my brother's 2018, 2019 GMC Sierra. No, Chevy Silverado, I'm sorry. But my 2010 Titan has a higher towing capacity than a truck that's 8 to 9 years newer than it is. I've got proof of that 2010 Titan sitting in my yard pulling a 32,000 pound truck out of my yard in the pouring rain and mud. Granted, it done it in 4-wheel drive, but it done it. So there's no way you're gonna ever convince me that an electric vehicle will outdo gas or diesel powered vehicles. It's just not possible.
Paulie, you were saying about this conversation not taking too long?
Yeah, Paulie, you were saying?
I didn't think it would. Fuck, my bad. Damn.
If you really want to get technical, there already are flying cars slated to get delivered.
Now we're just gonna wait for fucking Bronson to be up.
Why do I have to be the? Why are y'all waiting for me to get back?
Make sure we are ending this in a timely manner.
We got 15 minutes.
I mean, with his topic, not with the whole thing.
Oh, with this topic? All right, Paulie, your topic was a great topic. I'm so proud of you. Came up with it all on your own. Thanks for everything that you do I appreciate it.
I know what I find stupid.
The statement I just made?
No.
Paulie's truck?
That you didn't offer Paulie a crack?
God, no. No. That there are actually flying cars slated for delivery.
Yeah, I don't. Let's get into the last topic. Tater, what you got for us?
All right. So the last topic, we're going to go with... We've been talking about movies a lot and TV shows. So let's go with a movie that you think has been overdone. They've done way too many versions of that movie, and it's just time to cut it off. Or they've based the movie off of a cartoon version, and it's just time for them to end that movie. For me, that movie would be Transformers. They've taken it.
That's a good one.
They've taken it way too. They've taken it way too far.
Yeah,
They've
it's gone too
they've
far.
they've veered off from what I grew up watching as a cartoon for Transformers. They veered way off topic. They should have stopped 2 movies ago with that. So I just want to get everybody else's take on what movie you think they have went too far with, whether it's based off of a cartoon or what have you.
Yeah, I like that.
And that brings us to Steve.
Mine would have to be the Fast and the Furious. How many damn Fast
that
and the
was coming.
Furious movies do we need?
Motherfucker. You
I was gonna be
motherfucker,
everybody's.
Steve. Damn you.
Steve, I
Should've
think we
known
just
that was
rolled out.
coming.
Steve, I think we just rolled out everybody's topics.
I'm
Pretty
sure I'd
much.
come up with another one.
Yeah, I was about to get to looking. I was last. I already knew Fast and Furious was gonna be said.
Yeah, well, the Fast and Furious is going to end at movie 11.
No,
I mean, it's
No,
the
it's
same with
not.
what he just.
100.
No, it's not. They slated it is slated for like 14 total. The last night it was either 13 or 14 that it's slated for.
And it's just like the other one. They lost like their the whole reason behind the movie. Like the first 2, I think were like perfect.
First
3
3.
would be in Tokyo Drift. That's what I'm getting at. Like Tokyo Drift, like that was a different perspective, but it was still within it. The fourth one wasn't bad at all. But when you got into like the 5th and the rest of them, they just started veering off and adding more shit into it, and
When you
it
veer
became
off
shit.
of your entire premise of racing and legal street racing, even drifting, like, bro, you just lost your audience pretty much. And why people still go, like, I can't remember the last one I went to theaters to go see, just because it was like it's almost like the fucking Call of Duty games. Like it's just doesn't pique my interest. I'll watch it at home when it comes out. And more than likely, I'm gonna take a nap.
Well, it's like it's basically they're looking at it as what can we do next with cars, and like that's how each movie has felt so far.
They've
They
already
keep
went to
pushing the
space.
limit.
They've already went to space. I don't see how much
Yeah.
more they can do.
They're gonna show up in the Avengers. That's what's gonna happen.
Yeah.
So our
Well, the
Transformers.
Avengers kind of sort of need to die too.
Bro, they're already dead.
Yeah,
See
they've been
Endgame?
dead a long time.
I've been hearing that they're coming out with more. It's like, damn.
Yeah, it's called the multiverse. Times, bro. So, Polly, what's your movie?
Oh fuck, it's me already? Shit.
Well, if you would have had your camera on, you would have went right before me. But
So he's a bitch.
yeah,
Oh, well, fuck, Steve fucking blew everybody's shit up.
well, you should have known that was
really?
coming.
There's plenty other movies.
What ab- Oh, I have one. You know what? You know what movie's gone too long? And there's probably going to be some disagreements on this, but I think there's been way too many Home Alone movies. Like, past 3. They should have just cut it off after that.
Wait, which ones?
All right.
Kind of did.
So, the third one was my favorite, which is the unpopular opinion. No one likes the third one. The third one, Macaulay Culkin wasn't in it. And it was the better one. I can agree with it though. They have overdone it. Like it gets worse and worse.
I mean,
think
if they
there were
were
like 6 or
continuing it
there-
after that, yes.
There are
But
only
I mean,
6 or
the
7,
three.
and it's a different kid in every single.
You said they're on like their sixth or
Yeah,
seventh
they're on
one.
like their 6th or 7th one. Yeah.
I thought they stopped after the third
No,
one.
they didn't stop after.
No, they didn't, and that's the thing. Like, 3 is like I feel like 1 and 2 were good, but like 3 was good.
1 and 2 are the best.
3
Yeah,
was
1 and 2 are
best.
obviously the best. 3 was good.
Wow.
3 is not better than 1 or 2.
It
You can kiss my ass on that.
it absolutely is.
I can tell you right now,
No.
any movie,
fucking way.
The
any
RC
movie
car
that goes
one was the
past
best one.
3 sequels
you.
is gonna suck.
Well, I made up the topic. I'm sitting here thinking I done thought of another movie that's way past its
look.
prime.
Hey,
That's what
well,
I'm
it gets
saying.
back
So
to you. You
3,
got it.
I'll include 3, but everything past 3 is just just too far, just way too far.
Yeah,
gone.
that's what, the third one, like to me, like that wasn't a bad
I
one.
will
Like
include it.
up after that point,
2,
I
and
wouldn't.
3, but 3
Yeah, I
is
mean,
most definitely not better than 1 or 2.
so originally, I didn't think that they made anything past the third one, and to me, like the third one, that wasn't too bad. And I was gonna say like I wouldn't make any more after that, but yeah, I didn't know they did.
Yep.
Yeah, the third one that was all right. Yeah, the third one was all right, but yeah, they should have stopped after that one.
What you got, Shadows?
Yeah.
I have none.
How many topics you pass on? About as bad as Polly.
You could have said the It movies.
I've never
I'm
watched
kinda
the
waiting,
movies,
yeah,
I'm
but
waiting on the TV series.
Yeah.
Or the
I'm
Pussycat.
kind of waiting for the movie
They
right now.
they took that remaster way too far. They've tried to redo it way too
I
many
don't know.
times.
Pennywise was a lot creepier.
Yeah,
They've
I
tried
do
to.
like the original one, but yeah,
I
I don't know, it upscaled it.
I am waiting on the damn TV series.
Was it Welcome to
Yeah,
Derry?
welcome to
I mean,
Derry.
I mean,
Yeah,
to be fair,
welcome to Derry.
to be fair, the lore behind Pennywise is a little bit interesting, well, for me at least. Because obviously it's still fucking confusing because it's still not all explained, but yeah.
Did you watch the original It? Or the original It?
Yeah, the original It.
I
I've
said
seen
It's
clips of them.
because it was a fucking 2-part VHS tape.
Series.
Yep, it was made a long time ago,
1 and 2.
and
Which
it
is
was
also the
great.
exact same for nowadays.
So you haven't
chapter
seen
1 and
you
chapter
haven't
2.
seen the original.
I've seen clips of them, but I'm pretty like all that I know is that most of the shit that happened in the old movies were kind of the exact same in the new ones.
Similar.
Kinda.
It was similar.
Yeah.
no offense to anyone, but X-Men should die too. The movies.
Hey, you guys answered the topic. There you go.
X-Men?
Yes,
They had an X-Men
X-Men.
movie in a long time.
Well, no, they did. They came back
No,
with the
Yeah.
Dark Phoenix
they did
and all
like
that.
First Class and not First
Yes.
Class.
Yeah, you're right. First
yeah.
Class is when they did the reboot.
And
After they came back with the new ones of the X-Men, I just stopped watching it.
It was what First
Okay.
Class, Days of Futures Past, and Dark Phoenix. I think that was the new series.
I don't know. Without X-Men, you wouldn't have Wolverine, like the Wolverine origin and stuff like that. Like,
Well, yeah, but look where it led into. Like you had
You have
like
these
I said, the Wolverine
futuristic.
Origins. Like that was one of the worst ones, and all of them they said they hated that one.
which
so
one?
now we're into
Wolverine
Wolverine and
Origins.
Deadpool.
Yeah. Well,
I mean, it led into bad
I
stuff.
liked Wolverine Origins better than I liked Logan.
Mm. I don't know. I really did like Logan. Logan was pretty good. But I mean, like X-Men, the original, the 1, 2, and 3, like those were, those were fun. But after that, when they tried to do the reboot, it didn't hit as good. They tried, but it didn't work out.
What? That was the one about them being younger, right? Or like the teen version of it.
First Class,
First Class was. Yeah, I absolutely couldn't even watch that one. It was
Yeah.
bad.
I
I agree
watched
with that.
it all the way. I watched it all the way through and felt really disappointed in the creators.
But I will say, like with the newest movie, Deadpool and Wolverine, that is like something you had to watch just kind of understand stuff now. So like it kind of led to better, but I could do without, watching the X-Men movies.
So
Yeah, I mean,
are
not including the original first three.
are you
Those I
saying
would say that's definitely worth a watch.
are you saying I need to watch Deadpool and Wolverine? Because I've watched all the
I'm
rest
waiting
of them.
for it.
Oh yeah,
I haven't seen it, but I want to. That's gonna be a movie I see.
I've almost wanted to go to theaters.
Yeah.
I'll wait for it to come out. I will not go to a theater. You never know when a motherfucker will pop up there with a gun or a bomb.
I'm not mad at it.
That's America for you.
Hello, bro.
That comes from my background, and I can't help it. I'm paranoid. You can ask my wife. I've never took her to a movie theaters in the 3 or 4 years we've been together. I've never took her to a theater, and I refuse to.
I mean, the way things are looking like nowadays and stuff, I really don't blame you.
Damn, he's gonna have to go find that snake again. Can't remember how long they've been together. Shit.
Look, I know we've been married. September will be 2 years. I do know that part. The rest of it, don't ask me because I can't tell you.
What you got, Shannon? Rando.
Now, I was going to say Cars and Toy Story, but my main priority is probably going to be Toy Story because
they've overdone.
Oh my god.
Oh my god, they've overdone Toy Story so bad.
My kid only likes the first
Yeah.
two. Thankfully, those are the best ones.
Yeah, 3.
I watched the first two.
They tested it. Yeah, first 2
now
was the
3.
best one.
Now 3, I think like especially Toy Story 3. I think 3 was probably like the most iconic one, but I guess 1 and 2 were
The first one is the most
even
iconic.
better.
The
3
first
is kind of like where
two,
they started hitting downhill, and that's where they should have stopped it. Like, it wasn't a bad little ending they had with 3, but I mean, that should have been their turning point. It was like, okay, we see where this is about to go, but instead they're like, we're going to continue
to another kid and be done with it.
Yeah, I mean, I was all right with it. I didn't have to watch the other one. I did, but I wasn't happy with it.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, the first 2, those were like the best ones. If I had to rate them.
So mine would have to be the Aliens movie. They have made so many of them fucking movies, and they were getting ready to release another one. I just saw it on Facebook a minute ago. They're getting ready to release another Aliens.
I think with those
Yes,
is like they
in which-
connected it to too much stuff. Like, was it where they had like the creation of mankind and all that?
Yep.
They try to connect it with
Oh.
that, and it's like y'all are going way
Well,
too
you know, the
far into
movie-
this alien stuff.
Well, you know, the movie
Prometheus?
Prometheus was based.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about.
It was based on which is what you were getting at with the mankind thing. Yeah,
Now,
Yeah,
same thing. They're making.
if I'm gonna be
another
honest,
one.
I've been following the Aliens genre for a very fucking long time, and I still love it to this fucking day. I don't care what anyone says. But now that they're coming out with a VR game and a show, is fucking insane. Especially because now they're still continuing it after like, wasn't the last movie like what, Alien Covenant? I'm pretty sure.
couldn't tell you.
I
because
would
that
have
was
been
made in
alright if they would.
2017.
I would have been alright if they would have stopped it with Aliens versus Predators.
oh, I've
Now-
seen that
yeah.
movie.
Yeah, I'd be alright with that.
Because, yeah.
All
Even
this
though the
talk is
Predator was getting his fucking ass whooped for the longest in that movie. In both of those
The
movies,
next,
because they made 2 Alien versus Predator.
Yeah, the
Oh,
first one
now,
I
to be fair,
liked. That was actually pretty good.
Requiem was way too fucking dark. You couldn't even see shit. You could be anything.
there's
Like
a
the AVP, the
new,
first one, that was good. I like that one. That's where they
Yeah,
should have
the
ended
first
it.
one was very good.
there's a new Alien movie coming out. I keep seeing ads for it on
Yeah, that's the
YouTube.
one I was just talking
Well, no
about.
shit, we just said that.
all this talk about
Alien
movies
Romulus.
gone too. All this
Yeah.
talk about movies going too far reminds me of Sharknado.
Oh,
Now
Oh
that
my
Ooh,
God.
now
that's
that-
another one.
Good
I've
God.
never, well, I've never
That's
seen any.
the
I've-
movie
I've
that
never
went
seen
way
any-
too
I've
far.
never seen any of them. In my opinion,
I
I don't want to see a shark in a tornado, anyways. So you could have just never made the movie, and I would have been completely okay with it.
That's the movie
yeah,
that
I
went way
tried
too
watching
far.
that. No, yeah, I
Sci-fi
couldn't even
done a
get
hor-
watching the first one.
yeah, sci-fi done a horrible job, and they just kept going with them, and it was horrible
That's what
the
happened
whole way
when you have
through.
made-for-TV movies.
Sci-fi, they
Now,
try
I
way too
followed-
hard, and it's It sucks.
Damn, I have another one.
Myself,
It-
I
Yeah.
have
Oh, I
have
still gotta go.
followed
I know.
I have followed the Sharknado movies for a very long time, and
He's
obviously
a fan of those too. What the? heck?
I couldn't even get past the
Rando,
first one.
Rando,
Now-
you need to quit being a fan,
Listen.
man, because sci-fi tries
Listen.
way too hard.
I
They only have
was
one
originally a
fan. They only have
but
one fan,
now-
and they keep
but
making movies.
now-
of it.
Just Rando.
He's the reason why they keep making them.
Now, not really, but now recently, since I've obviously seen all this shit, now I'm starting to realize that they've definitely started that they started it too quick and they've continued it for too long, or the exact same shit. It's gotten repetitive. They need to just stop, in which I'm pretty sure they finally fucking stopped.
They should have stopped after the first one.
Pretty much.
No, they should have stopped before the first.
Well, I mean, yeah, but they put the first one out. They should have stopped at that point.
I mean, you got to try. Give them that, I guess. But I mean, yeah, the first one I couldn't even make it all the way through. I had to stop. I was like, this is not my movie.
I can't make it through any of them without laughing. I just
Yeah.
can't. And when I think of, I mean, Sharknado is supposed to be considered what, a horror movie?
I guess
I mean, is it supposed to be considered a horror movie?
maybe like
I don't
intense,
think so.
frightening type. But yeah,
Maybe.
But
There's
to me, it's more or less a comedy because I laughed the whole way through every one of them I watch. CGI is horrible, for one.
Yeah,
what got
I
me.
definitely think that. I think that's where the fucking budget fucking flopped. There, fucking CGI.
I
there's
mean,
That's probably
six
why they stopped.
Sharknadoes.
Yeah,
Probably why
yeah.
they stopped after the
Yeah.
sixth one.
there's 6 of them, and their CGI is horrible, and it doesn't get no better from 1 to 6. It's horrible the whole way
Honestly,
through.
at this point, the fucking the original Twister movie was fucking better than that one. The
I
fucking-
mean, yeah,
Yeah,
you're right.
Of course. Twister was actually pretty
Bro,
good.
Twister was ahead of its fucking time.
I like the
know.
originals. Yes. The newest one I really didn't care to go see. Now, BB, you saw the new one, right?
It was not as good as the first one, as expected, but it had decent cinematics, all that good stuff. Like the tornadoes didn't look fake. They looked legit. They used very little CGI possible.
But yeah, I mean, the original ones I was down with. That was fine with me.
So what's yours, Hunter?
Mission Impossible.
Oh god.
That is
God,
something they have
that thing
done way
needs to
too
die.
many.
Fucking Tom.
Yeah.
I've watched.
How many times
I've
can
wa-
you jump off a building or hurt yourself? Like, come on, man.
I've
I
watched.
do my
half,
own stunts.
Yeah.
I've watched half of the first
Jump
one.
off
That's
a
all
lookout.
I've watched half of the first one. That's all I've seen of the Mission Impossible movies. I made it halfway through the first one and quit watching them.
I can't watch
Yeah.
them.
Yeah, I used to work out in Hawaii, and I would have to take a 10, 11-hour flight out to Hawaii, and they would have it on the plane for me to watch. So I started every time I'd go out to Hawaii, I'd just turn it on and watch like the next one. I made it up to like the third one, I think. I think I tried watching the fourth one, and I think that's where I pretty much stopped it. And I was like, I can't do it no more. Like
Okay,
the
if
second
I
one,
was-
third one, it was all right, but yeah, I'm done.
Okay, if I was taking flights to Hawaii, I'd watch movies over and over again. Wouldn't care. If I was
Yeah.
taking flights to Hawaii.
I mean, I disagree. I mean, that's what I was doing. I was just putting movies on just to watch to keep me up.
But you know,
But I
those
mean,
of
still.
I live on the far side of the continent, so a trip to Hawaii is $30,000.
Yeah, they're not cheap.
But yeah, if I was to take a trip to Hawaii, I'd watch Mission Impossible over and over again. I wouldn't care.
Anyone
I
have
could do it.
anyone have another movie they want to add? They just happen to think of before.
The Cars
Cars?
movie.
Where
Oh,
where to start? I mean, seriously. Look at Police Academy. Okay,
Oh
back
my
in the
God.
day, when you got to Police Academy 4 and beyond, like Police Academy Mission to Moscow. What the fuck? It's like, no. Don't even try to write shit like that anymore. Like I said, you get to the third movie, stop. Come up with something new.
Beverly Hills Cop.
Oh my
Yeah.
god.
They just released a new one on Netflix not too long.
I'm kind of hoping Bad Boys is gonna stop too, because
They're,
I haven't seen the newest one, but they should end it right there
they
because I
have
think
to.
they're
They
gonna
have.
mess
They
it
have to
up.
stop. Like Martin Lawrence and Will Smith are getting way too fucking old for them.
Yeah.
Like Martin Lawrence is heavy in those
Mhm.
in the new ones.
The one before it, like I thought it was pretty good, but I thought that was where they were gonna end it. So after hearing the new one coming out, I was like, okay. Like I said, I still haven't seen it, but I'd like to go see it. But they shouldn't do it anymore. Like that's where they should stop at.
It's all a money ploy. But like
Mhm.
you got people that play into it, and it is like, oh, this might be good. It's drawn out.
Bronson, I think we could have a 12-hour podcast just on movies that lasted too long.
Oh,
Yeah.
we absolutely could. Anyways, guys, we've been going for 2 hours. Told y'all it would be anywhere from an hour and a half to 2 hours. I want to give a thanks to Shadows for being here, and thanks to that rando for being. Thanks to you as well, Tater, aka Josh.
Is it tater tot or tater salad?
It's
It's
amazing.
either one you. It's either one you want to be, Steve. Tater tot or tater salad. I'll go with either one.
Okay.
It is amazing how all of us are from different parts of either the U.S. or even in a whole other fucking country, and we could all come together and have these kinds of conversations. Just goes to show you that we all walk different walk of life, but we all always have something in common, and that's why we're a group of like-minded individuals. So thank you guys for being here. Till next time, I'm the Delta B.
So that's Leprechaun.
Be Queen DA. And muted Polly.
Polly's here.
in the Shadows Gaming.
That rando auxiliary.
And I'm Tater.
Peace.